Guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Kitz channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author, while also traverse the world's multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around, but today we are going, I guess, Grace is going to come out and she is going to work on some of her Saint books that she wants to work on. I think we might try to do I don't know exactly. We might do two. We might try to shoot for four today. I'm not sure. We'll just see how things go. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Hey guys, today is January 15th. It is a Thursday. Yes, it's a Thursday. So today we are going to be working on some picture books under my Grace Kitz pen name. So real quick, the pen names that I write under are Grace, Shelly, and Maris. Shelly writes those Bugstopia books up there for our nephew, and eventually the Shelly Kitz pen name will write books for our nieces, our two nieces that we have. And then we have the Maris pen name, which writes High Fantasy Adventure series. Haven't started working on them. We're waiting until we turn like 40 to work on them, just because I feel like we need a little more experience under our belt for it. Sorry, that was my chair. And then today we're working on Grace's books. She actually has two different series that she has works for. There is the picture books, which we're going to be working on today about specific Catholic saints. And then there's also the young adult novels that are Catholic or Christian inspired books about like real life people. The one that we are currently working on for the young adult novels is a book that we're just calling JJ's Project. It's about a character who has some sort of dissociative disorder, something similar to us, and as he is discovering his place in the system and discovering his history with the priest who is also his grandfather. So that's kind of some baseline information. But whenever we come to our picture books, we have already previously written 4 of them. We might go back and rework them, or at least just reread them, just kind of getting a little feedback on it. Like, just rereading them, kind of getting an idea on things. But so there's 4 of them that we have done: Saint Carlo Acutis, Saint Francis of Assisi, Saint Maria Goretti, and Saint Stephen. I want to say Stephen all the time, but I'm pretty sure they say Stephen, even though he has a PH. But that's why I say Stephen, and they say Stephen. I don't know. But today we're at least going to work on Saint Josephine, and at least that's the one I'm going to be working on. The first one I'm going to be working on. I'm going to say a quick little prayer asking for her intercession to help me write her book. And, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of just how it's going to be. Then I also need to get water. But I think I might get water and then come back and do the prayer. I don't know. But I think it'll be fine. I'm just going to say the prayer, get writing. I'm second guessing everything now. Gosh, I might just go get the water first. Sorry, that was literally a conversation between us all. But yeah, that's the game plan. We're going to get our water, come back, pray a decade of the rosary, asking for Saint Josephine's intercession, and then get to writing. The picture books are only like 400 to 500 words long. So they're not long, but I still want to tell a full story. Not tell a full story like I'm telling a story, but like retell her life in some way. But yeah, that's the game plan. Today I'm really going to let Grace come out a lot, and just fully embrace whatever she wants to do. This is, I don't know why we want this, but like this is just our day for Grace to work on our projects. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys in a little bit, okay? Bye! Hey guys, just got done with Saint Josephine's book. Really enjoyed it, but that's also coming from a place of biasy. But I love doing research on different saints and then just getting to feel their stories be told, while also, like, I don't know, just getting to feel, like, the movements of, like, their hearts whenever, I don't know. But, like, it's so motivational, and, like, I don't know how else to describe it other than, like, God works in such mysterious ways. And, like, even how the saints are, like, canonized, like, they have to have, like, miracles happen to eventually get canonized, like, these miracles are, like, I don't want to say, like, they're dissected down, like, is there any natural cause of this? And, like, I don't remember if this thought came from a different podcast I was listening to or if it was the Bible Linear, but, like, no, it was a podcast. I don't remember who did it, but they were like, everything about how saints and how everything in the church is, like, made real. I don't know if that's the right word, but, like, how everything in the Catholic Church, like, every, like, miracle that happens gets dissected down and is like, is this a figment, I mean, not a figment, but was this by natural causes or was this by some unknown supernatural force? And, like, it is just so cool just to get to see this. And, like, or get to see it, but also, like, read it and, like, feel the emotions that's within it. And it's just, like, I love this. Like, I don't know, like, some people, like, sometimes before I was in, like, when I was kind of in my, like, in between high school and now, I was, like, I believed in God, but did I really believe in him? It was more like my parents taught me to believe in him, so I believed in him. But now I'm like, there's so many things that just you cannot explain. And I truly believe it is God. And, like, the way that Mary and Jesus and, like, at least Mary specifically, like, the way she moves me, because I did choose her as my patron saint when I was getting confirmed. And, like, all this stuff is just so cool, Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's so magical. And, yeah, I don't know. I have so many words playing in my head, but I can't think of the words right now because everyone's talking. But yeah, it's just so cool. I also think I need to come up with actual titles for these books that I'm working on. Because literally, I have no idea what to call these books besides, like, the saint's name. And I'm like, this feels like a cop-out answer being like, saint's name, this is the book it's for, Like, but I'm also like, I don't know, like, I don't want to, I need to come up with titles for them. Because right now it's like, the great saint, whatever the saint's name is. And I want to do I want to do the archangels, and I want to do the Blessed Virgin Mary. And I'm just like, the great Saint Francis, I mean, not Saint Francis, the great Saint Raphael, the great Saint Michael, the archangel, like, that all just sounds so weird to say. So I'm like, I don't know, I need to work on different titles. But then again, I'm also like, I just need help with the titles. These titles, I don't know what to call them, besides the saint's name. So yeah. But I am going to take a little break. I'm going to just watch some YouTube videos, kind of get out of, I don't want to say get out of, like, I just need to, like, decompress, it's completely normal. And then I'll go back, and I think I want to do Mother Teresa, or Mother Teresa's book next. So I'm going to take a little break, watch a couple of videos, then come back and work on it. Yeah. But today, for St. Josephine's book, it is 697 words. I'm pretty sure this is the longest one of the book so far, I think. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say. I will see you guys whenever I get back to writing, and yeah, bye. Hey guys, today is January 17th. Gosh, am I tired. So, yesterday, the 16th, I didn't do any work, mostly because I was having the roughest day possible for mental health-wise. Not necessarily mental health-wise, but, like, my conversion disorder, so my, like, seizure-like activity. It was just a rough day. I woke up at 8, and then I started shaking. I went to bed. I tried to go back to bed. I don't think I actually ever fell asleep because my body was just vibrating so much. And then, like, I constantly kept hearing noises in the house because it's really, really windy outside right now. So, like, I'm just hearing rattling and stuff because my house is super drafty, and I was just like, I cannot relax. So at like 10 o'clock, I was just like, I can't lay down anymore. Or I might have fell asleep, I don't know. But at 10 o'clock, I was like, I just need to get up. Because it's not getting any better, kind of thing. So I didn't really do any writing. I didn't do any writing yesterday. I just kind of was a vegetable, as I like to call it. Like, I was just like, I was sitting at my computer, and I had to record a video for the author Shelly page, so I recorded that, but honestly, it wasn't that good because it was reading. But I was like, I cannot bring myself to do other work, if that makes sense. Like, I could barely bring myself to, like, what I would usually like to standard myself to. I know you probably like, you have standards, but I don't know. It was a rough day. It was a really rough day. My sister called me, and we answered, and she was like, you sound awful. And I'm like, I feel pretty awful. So, yeah. But I'm feeling much better today, or at least slightly better. I am just freezing cold right now because it's like 9 degrees outside with, I'd say, at least 40-mile-per-hour wind. So it's just cutting straight through the house, and I'm upstairs in a very drafty house, and I'm just like, I'm so cold. Like, I'm surprised. I do have a blanket in here, so I might put the blanket on. But, like, I don't want to be under, like, a whole bunch of layers and be, like, in a little, like, I call it, like, Eskimo style, like, whole bunch of blankets on top of me, hood up, just all the warmth I can get being around me. But I'm just like, I don't want to do that. That sounds like so much work. I have to take the blankets from my bedroom in here, and I'm like, that sounds like too much work. Yeah, I'm also extremely lazy. But yeah, so I wanted to work on a picture book today. I want to work on Mother Teresa's picture book. I'm not entirely sure, like, how I'm going to, I don't know, I always say this, I don't know how I'm going to do each saint book before I do it. Like, I try to, like, get into the mindset, but also pray for intercessions through whichever saint I'm doing, and hopefully have them help me work on their books, kind of thing. Yeah, and I also need to pray a rosary today so far, so, yeah. That's kind of the game plan. I will see you guys whenever I come update you guys again. I'll probably be in more layers than this, so yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, just got done writing Mother Teresa's picture book. I wrote like 502 words. Sorry if I'm not feeling, I don't seem really energetic right now. I'm just doing a lot of thinking. So, after I got done writing Mother Teresa's book, I then went to find quotes of things that Saint Josephine and Mother Teresa have said over the years, or before they died, said over the years, and then I was writing that down in my little notebook. But as I was doing that, I was thinking, man, I want to do a middle grade book series about saints. And what I mean by this is have, like, different kids, like, kind of doing a class report on the project, or, like, doing doing a assignment based on the Catholic saint that I have, like, dedicated to that book. And then I'm also, like, I've always wanted to do something like Magic Treehouse kind of stuff, so, like, they go back in history, they talk to the saint, and stuff, which would be really interesting. And I'm just like, I want to do so much, but yet I feel like it's something we can't do. Like, I feel like we keep coming up with more and more ideas on how to do things, but at the same day, like, we're one person who has 3 different pen names, like, and our pen names are our altars within our system. So it's, like, hard to be like, oh, we're gonna just focus, like, I don't know, like, it's so hard because we want to, like, work solely on Grace's books. But, that's just me because I am Grace. But there's people like Shelly who wants to work on her books. And Maris, I can tell based on me talking about this, she's just kind of settling in the corner, just giving me, like, a nasty look, as she has a couple strings hanging out of her hair. Like, Maris is a project. Not project as a bad thing, but just her world is so massive and we don't work on it. And she's just like, if she can talk, it's just she doesn't want to talk because her voice doesn't sound like ours. But Maris is just like, how is it fair that you and Shelly get to write, but I still have to wait? And, like, it's not fair that I would get to be able to continue to write multiple series when Shelly is kind of on a pause, like, a stopping point because we haven't worked on it for so long and we can't, not that we can't, but, like, we have so many ideas for it, but yet we don't sit down and write it. And then I'm over here, like, having 2 series that I'm working on, picture books and young adult novels, and everyone's just like, how is this fair? So we're having this point that we're, like, really, like, needing to have a sit-down chat, being, like, as much as Shelly and Maris understand where we're coming from working on my books because we want to get them traditionally published, I'm still sometimes, I just want to do self-publishing, but I can't because I don't have the money for it. So it's just hard. It's really hard. I just keep getting nasty looks right now. Yeah, so I don't know. We're so conflicted, and it doesn't help that we have days, like, we feel like we could write more, but we're trying to take Saturdays off of work. And then we have days that we just don't feel good, and then there's days that, like, we have, like, our family comes up and sees us, so we can't write all the time with them, and then usually when our sister comes up, we have our nieces and nephews visiting us, too, and they are crazy kids, and they cause us distress just because they're so loud. And so it's just like, when do we stop? Like, not necessarily when do we stop, but, like, there's got to be a point that we, like, I don't know, like, we change something. Because, like, with everything we're trying to do, within a month is ridiculous. And, like, I don't know, we need to find balance, and something that we've never really been able to find balance before. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Actually, if you guys want to, leave a comment down below, asking me some questions. I've been thinking about doing a Q&A, since we are getting more subscribers. And it's been a little bit since we've done a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and ask me down below. I don't know what the next video is going to be, but you never know. Other than that, I will see you guys next time, and remember to keep making fantasies come true, one story at a time. And I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.